Pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C-Certified Brewhead, and welcome to another edition of Beer Mail here on BAOS. And this evening, ladies and gentlemen, I have the two newest beers from one of Quebec's newest breweries. Champ Libre, they're located in Mercier on the South Shore, just kind of yonder. So huge thanks to Noah Forrest of Beerism for linking me with these bad boys. He told me to wait a little bit to drink these, just to let them give them a bit of time to settle in. So I did. Now, before I get in, I just want to apologize to Alex. Alex is the brewmaster at Champ Libre. Noah gave me these beers. I put them in my backpack, a cooler bag actually. Unfortunately, I put my wet swimming shorts in there, and they fucked up the labels. I asked Noah if he thought this was going to be acceptable. I didn't want to, I mean, not like Alex gave them to me directly, but for the video, but I did want to do a video on them, and Noah thinks it was okay. I might add one of Noah's beautiful photos in on Instagram so you can see what they're supposed to look like. So apologies for the mashup joints right there. So yeah, shout outs as always. Pretty Pennie on the necklace. We have the BOS merch. We still have a couple of these left. This is actually done by BrewHeads, if you can see it. No, you can't really. Let us know if you want to see some more merch. We have a bunch of ideas and things this close to go. We have some like cool little like graphic tees and stuff. I'm probably going to miss the boat for the summer, but doesn't matter because t-shirts are worn year round, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh yeah, BrewHeads. Link in the description. Get the discount on the old wooden opener. Greatest thing to ever happen. So, the two beers. First up is the Petit Fleur. It's a saison, 4.6%, and it's used. They scooped flowers from the fields, like foraged flowers, fields behind the brewery, which is super sick. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting. Now, this one is the Soleil Jaune, like a Yellow Sun IPA. Single hop Amarillo, and 7.2%, and it looks pretty hazy. And if the first IPA had the epicenter is anything to go by, it's finna be fire. So, start with the saison, and I've said this multiple times, but saisons are not my favorite style. They seem to be very popular here in Quebec, I guess because of the whole Belgian thing, which is cool. They're growing on me. It's not like I dislike them. I just always feel like I'm like, oh, they all taste pretty samey. Now, because Alex, if you guys didn't know, Alex was the brewmaster at Le Trois Mousquetaires for many years, so the man knows his stuff. So looking at this is a nice opaque golden lemon yellow. Definitely got that saison nose of cloves, a bit of bananas, some herbs in there, maybe the citrus. Well, get in here. Nice. Very chill, very light. It's 4.6, so it's a total crusher. Ton of the like citrus zest in there. Nicely balanced. Light body, very, very refreshing. This is patio like central right here. I'm not sure what the flowers would have done to it. It's a cool concept though, like actually getting foraged flowers and chucking them in the fermenter or whatever. Slightly bitter, bit of herb, not just like in the nose. Got that herb sort of earthiness in the nose. It definitely carries through. Perhaps that's from the flowers. But definitely getting a ton of that like lemon. It's like on the nose, you're smelling the lemon as you're sipping it, and it really sort of comes through, which is a great compliment in the saison style. Like super, super nice. This is fantastic. Well done, guys. Once again, not surprised. Now the IPA. This one specifically, Noah thought needed just a little bit more time, which he said in his review. So I guess it's been a week or so now. Pretty keen to see how this goes. So the first one, the epicenter, that was like East meets West. It was one of the first ones I'd had actually that does that, meaning that it was kind of like an East Coast creamy body, sort of blended with the West Coast, sort of a bit more dank, a bit bitter, which you don't find in the typical East Coast IPAs. Now that is looking pretty darn hazy. It started off kind of light, and this is why now, I don't know if you guys notice, I used to just sort of like pour a little bit in each glass. and sort of replace it in the same glass. And some people were saying, man, you got to do this right. You got to, oh, look at that. It almost looks chunky or something. Maybe it's bubbles. You need to either wash your glass out or have something between, like in a snack or whatever, a palate cleanser between beers. So the palate cleanser isn't always possible, but I do have a shit ton of glasses. So I was like, you know what? Now I've been pouring the whole thing. And there's something as well. So if, say, me and Scotty are doing a video, the issue that I always come across is the beers like this with the IPAs with the like a little bit of haze and the yeast at the bottom. We'd pour half in a glass or whatever, and we drink that, and we wouldn't finish the whole bottle on camera. And then you pour it afterwards, and the whole color changed. So as you guys saw, I don't know if you noticed it, but as I was pouring, it kind of looked more like this. And now, look at it; it's like fully milky. So that's really interesting. So that's why I do that. Now, kind of getting that yeast on the nose. Love a bit of foam on the nose there. All right, if I get in ya. Nice. Damn, it's ballsy. Very New England style. It's kind of I think I'm gonna take a bit to get used to it. Maybe it's after the saison because there's so much more going on here. Lots of tropical fruits, quite sweet, creamy mouthfeel, a little chalky, like a little dusty. Huge fan of that. Nice. Maria is a good hop for this too. Yeah. At first it was like, whoa, like almost like sour was not the word, but it was like overwhelmingly kind of, I don't know if it's tart even. There's another word for it. It was just too much going on at once. Like the fruit flavors mixed with the yeast, and you just got that kind of bitey yeast. Actually, I'll get it in your beer. It had that super bitey yeast. It's chilled out now. If you still have a can, fucking good on you. But that bitey yeast sometimes is quite overwhelming, and it's a little much to take all the time. So this had that initially, very quickly toned down though. Well, that's great. So I think Noah was right, because when he got this, it was literally 2 or 3 hours old. So he was like, give it a week. And I bet if you waited another week or so, it would definitely be toned down a little bit more in the yeast factor, because that's what happened with Get It In Here, but it took months and months and months. So these are both fantastic beers. I should probably swap these around because that's how they are. I'm not sure if they're all sold out. I did see photos. There was like lineups at the brewery to get these. So if you can get your hands on them, definitely give them a crack. They've got a few other beers in around Montreal or around Quebec in the depths. They have their, I think it's like a breakfast stout or some sort of a stout, a regular saison, so not like a flower specific one. They have the Epicenter IPA, and they had something else. So there's like, I think there's like 4 available around. These are like the, you know, the latest range. So there should be a few more coming out. Keep an eye on them, man. Like, I feel like as they get into the swing of things, they're only going to keep getting better. And like, you know, I could definitely see these as sort of, you know, stepping up the game. So I'm very impressed. I'm really looking forward to trying more for them. So shout out to Alex, you're the man. Noah, thank you again for these, brother. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, guys, chuck us a big fat thumbs up. Bam, hit subscribe below and hit the notification bell to know when we drop that new. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast, and check out the long form audio, Apple Podcasts primarily. Hit rate, review, subscribe, and also we're on Spotify now. Go follow us on there. Listen on Spotify. All of our new episodes automatically go there directly. I'm excited to push it there. I'm a big Spotify fan. I have the premium subscription, so no ads, and I just like podcasts on there now. It's super convenient to not even have to change apps. So if you're on Spotify, definitely check us out. That is it, y'all. We'll see you in the next video, and as always, get it in you.